What's going on, everyone? Claire McKee here with Modern Media Network, and we are back for another installment with our friends over here at GoldenWest Management. Of course, I have none other than the sales manager, Roy True.
What's up, Claire?
How are you?
Doing great.
It's
a beautiful
Friday.
day. It's Friday. Friday.
Friday.
Friday.
Both of our birthdays are coming up. This is kind of major.
I know.
Do you want to tell us how old you're going to be?
No.
Okay, great. Good talk. And today we are joined by the amazing Danny Quesada. He is a realtor with the Lamb team, and Roy was kind enough to set this up today. We're going to get to know Danny a little bit better, so thanks so much for being here.
I appreciate you guys having me.
Absolutely. We're going to have some fun, and I like to torture my guests just a little bit.
Yes.
So I make you fill out this crazy questionnaire, right?
All right.
And I just want to let people get to know you a little bit better. So let's start out. I loved your answer to this. Where does your self-worth come from, Danny?
So my self-worth has been a work in progress. When I first got into real estate, it was really tough for me to realize where is my worth come from in the real estate business. And so a lot of it has to do with the actions that I take. So anytime I'm looking to meet with a client, it's my preparation. It's what I do beforehand to get me prepared for that moment. And so the value in self-worth comes from working on yourself, having an internal healthy dialogue. We can't control some of the factors that are going on right now. So it's what can I control? I can control what's in my internal, my mind, my mindset.
Yep.
That's awesome.
Roy, you know this tickles me.
That was a perfect answer. I've not heard. Wow.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Well,
Amazing.
we have to control the controllables, right? And mindset is definitely one of those things that I know I've spent a lot of time. You don't ever perfect it, right? It's a constant work in progress, but it definitely trickles into every aspect of your life. Is there any mindset, mantras or things that you practice that really help you keep on track?
So one thing that I do when I wake up every morning, I wake up at 4:30. I take the dogs out. I get a good workout session in for an hour. I read. So having a morning routine really sets me up for the day. If I have a really bad morning routine, I find that my day completely goes out of control. If I wake up later than I'm used to, if I do something a little differently that I'm not prepared for, if I wake up to hectic, chaotic environments, that's how my day is going to last. So just having a really good start to my morning is what has helped me be consistent in everything else.
Yeah, so non-negotiable.
Yeah.
I love that. And then let's talk a little bit about business, Danny. So you are part of the Lamb team.
Right.
Tell me a little bit about the evolution of that and a little bit about your business.
Yeah, so when I first started into real estate, I was like, I need to find a mentor. I need someone to teach me the ropes, and I don't want to be taught through a mentor program. I want someone specifically designed to kind of lead me step by step. So I met Ryan Lamb, who actually introduced me to Roy here.
That's right.
And so it was all about networking, and he taught me everything about the real estate business, how to be organized, how to talk to clients, how to create CMAs and all this other stuff. So I needed someone who had the right morals and principles in place. So when I found Ryan, we meshed immediately. When I first started in my business, I was part-time, I had a safety net. And so now, throughout this whole coronavirus shutdown and situation, I've really had an opportunity to see what I'm capable of going full-time.
Okay.
And so it's been a really interesting jump, and trying to network with people like Roy to provide more value to, my clients and my friends and my family.
So,
I was just going to say, you know how much this is a relationship business, and when you have somebody like Ryan that can really show you, me and Ryan have known each other for years now, and then it's an immediate trust factor, and then you want to work with people that are like-minded, so share the same core values as you do, as your company, and it just makes it that much better for clients.
So true. So would you recommend, just a little piece of advice for people if they're getting into really any business, get yourself a mentor, right?
Right. Absolutely. Talk to as many people as you possibly can before you jump into a business that you have no idea about. I get constant questions from people that see what I do, DMing me, hey, how easy is this? How much money can you make? It really has to be that you really want to do this career, because there's other ways to make money, and this might not be it for you. So talk to as many real estate professionals as you can.
And I think there's this misconception that real estate's easy, right? Just go take the test and you pass it, and now we sell real estate, right? But that's not the case. So amazing. We're actually going to talk a little bit about how the two of you work together, your companies work together, and ultimately how by working together you're providing your clients with the best possible service. So let's chat about that. Let's start with you, Roy, because you guys have a realtor pledge that really differentiates you in the marketplace.
Definitely. I think that's one of the biggest values we bring to our referral partners, which are mostly realtors. And that number one is we don't do sales. We stay in our lane. We focus on management, which most agents don't want to do to begin with, but it does a couple things for them. Number one, it protects their reviews. So everybody knows how important that 5 stars is on Zillow, Yelp. Your reviews are vital for a realtor. Because one negative review from a tenant, I mean, that could kill that. I mean, immediately drains down. And you know how hard it is to make that up.
And you're not managing tenants. That's not what you set into real estate for, right?
Right. You want to get those big checks from the long, hard work you're doing on prospecting and finding clients and the whole search. So we're able to come in as a partner and really be a tool for them. So if they have a client who's either interested in, maybe it's not the right time to move and they just want to get a cash flow coming on the property, we can give them that good service to where when Danny comes back to talk to the client about the sale, they're going to be there for him. And he knows that he's handing them off to somebody who's going to take care of them. So that relationship's already there because Danny and I know each other and we know how to, and we know just because we're like-minded people that our clients are going to like both of us. So it's not as hard of a referral. So that's the biggest thing with the relationship too.
Well, and peace of mind for you, right? Knowing that you're not just sending that lead off. So talk me through that a little bit.
So when I'll give you a specific experience that I had recently. So Roy actually helped me out with a client that I had in Fashion Valley. He originally wanted to sell, but quickly backtracked and was like, hey, I'd rather rent. I want to live in this community for the next few years to come. So I asked Ryan, my mentor, hey, who do you know that does property management? He goes, reach out to Roy. They'd be more than happy to help you out. As soon as I reached out to Roy, he immediately communicated with me. He's like, Danny, let's do it. He met me up on a weekend, all the way up north at 9 a.m. I think, or 9 or 10 a.m. Can't remember the details, but
I can attest to that because you were in my neighborhood and I got a call from him.
So he showed up, and I think immediately my client felt like he was being taken care of. I'm a very honest person. I'm very transparent, and so I never keep options away from the table for my client, whether it benefits me or not. So Roy coming in, kind of showing him, hey, this is what we could do for you. This is how we'll take care of the process. And on top of that, you can also sell. Like, there's a benefit to selling as well. So he wasn't taking away from what I do or taking away from, what someone else might do to lead them down a different path.
Right. Trying to make sure that they're going to go the property management route. Right. And then I think the beautiful thing, just to bring it back full circle, is that you said you're going to get that lead back if he does decide to sell, whether that's in a month or 3 years, right? And so you can sleep at night knowing that, you're going to get that lead back and that it's all residual, right? It's 100%, reciprocal, if you will.
100%. I mean, you don't want to step on toes, especially in the real estate world. It's a small world. Everybody knows each other. It's crazy. It's true. Yeah. But I mean, that exactly like you said. You want to go out there. You want to show value for him. He's bringing you into his client's house. So you have to represent him and his decision to bring you there as well.
Yeah, you're an extension of his brand at that point, right? And that holds true with any type of resource or referral partners you guys work with.
Right, and if it is a good time to sell, which typically in San Diego it's always a good time to sell, I mean, we're not trying to, like you said, take away from that and focus just on the management. It's both options. Here's your options. We're both here to help you out. I trust him, he trusts me. Yeah. Let's make it happen. Right?
Yeah.
Well, isn't this cute? So, Roy, I want to ask you, why do you find that real estate professionals tend to try to manage the properties on their own? What kind of situation?
You know what? I would say almost 9 times out of 10 it's because they don't want to lose that client. They're keeping it in their funnel, so they manage the property. A lot of times unsuccessfully, or it becomes just a bunch of gray hairs and headaches for that realtor. So having somebody like us that can come and take that burden off of them, we not only protect their reviews, we're going to go out and we're going to take care of their client. And when it comes time for that sale, their name is right there tracked on our management software to give that lead back to them. So they call on, hey, when we're going for the renewal, actually I'm going to sell. Well, Danny is available. Do you want me to reach out to him? And then we can slide it right back over to the realtor.
Perfect. Sounds like an amazing system. Right. I love this. Anything you want to mention that we haven't covered yet? Just want to make sure before we wrap up. Any final thoughts?
I can't believe people manage real estate and property management at the same time. I barely have time to get every one of my clients' service, especially when you're really busy. So I can't imagine handling tenants. And I think there's a misconception that you can do it all if you have the right systems in place. Yes, to an extent. If you see massive teams and how they hand you off to different types of people and it's never the same person you're seeing, there's a personal touch feel that I like to include with everyone.
Yeah.
So I think Roy does that. He makes you feel like, hey, I'm going to take care of you, and I'm not going to make you just feel that. I'm going to show you that I'm going to do it. So I think it's really important.
Well, and from what I hear, that's how you run your experience with your clients as well, is that if they're meeting with you, they're meeting with you.
Right. I'm going to hand you the keys. I'm not going to go send you a lockbox code to go pick up your own keys. I've heard crazy stories, and honestly, it's just, I just never want to make someone feel like this isn't the most important home purchase of their life, because it is. Most of the time, it is the most important purchase that they could ever do.
The biggest purchase they'll ever do in most cases.
Especially here.
Especially.
Especially here. Well, guys, this has been so helpful. I know that everybody listening is going to take a lot of great information away from this. Danny, thanks again for joining us.
Thank you.
Roy, thanks for setting us up.
Danny, thanks for coming. Yeah.
And as always, thank you to everybody watching. I'm Claire McKee. This is Modern Media Network, and we'll see you next time.